Somebody's already here.
No, it's no. Okay.
Welcome to the Murray household.
Welcome to the household of Tyler Murray.
It's my room.
Today it will be the site of our Week 10 review and playoff projections. And their rankings definitely going to shake up this week, would you say?
Yeah.
With LSU losing hurts them a lot. They're probably out of the playoff conversation with 2 losses, and they won't even make it to the SEC championship. It's probably out for them, but I think what we're going to do to start this off is we're going to go down one by one for the we're going to go down each game one by one, see how it affected that ranked team. And then we'll see where we go from there, but we'll see. Okay, so
You want to do the two games from Thursday and Friday?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thursday was UCF and Temple. Number 12 UCF came out 52-40.
I mean, UCF pretty much can't get anywhere past 10.
No.
So
They did. So, I think last week they did.
They get to 9, but that's like their max, so they're pretty much, I think, out of the playoff.
Number 25 Virginia lost to Pittsburgh 23-13.
I mean,
Doesn't really matter.
it's Virginia's first time being ranked in a while,
Yeah.
and then they go out and they lose.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I'm gonna do the ones that from bottom to top.
Okay.
And number 1 Alabama and LSU.
I don't know, go from top to bottom, or from bottom to top.
That was bottom.
Go from the games earlier today.
All right. Missouri, Florida. We're not making a ball. We'll make a ball game. We're not gonna make the SEC championship.
You've already clinched the bowl game.
Yeah, so this loss doesn't kill us. I mean, it's embarrassing, but it doesn't kill us.
Missouri.
Anything to say about that?
Okay, keep going.
Purdue beat number 16 Iowa 38-36.
I mean, Iowa wasn't going to make any damage anyway. Purdue keeps the upset train rolling, and they get another good win.
Literally. Keeps that train
Train
literally.
Wow, okay.
Auburn defeated number 20 Texas A&M 28-24.
Really doesn't matter anyway. Both those teams are out of playoff contention and may not even make a bowl game.
Texas A&M might, but if they lost that loss today, no. Number 24 Iowa State beat Kansas 27-3. Big show.
Miami Dolphins fan in the chat.
Number 2 Clemson defeated Louisville 77-16.
As
Clemson's in. Just saying now.
Unless they could lose on the road at Boston College next week.
No.
Maybe, probably not though.
Number 19 Syracuse beat Wake Forest 41-24.
Not really a surprise in my opinion.
Syracuse might make a bowl game. I think they will do it.
Syracuse, I think, has already clinched the bowl game.
I'm not sure. Number 10 Ohio State beat Nebraska 31-36.
That was a very close game. Nebraska, I was even leading at halftime. So that was a close game. I was surprised about that. Ohio State's really not looking good. I think
Don't make a bowl game.
They're obviously going to make a big bowl game. They'll probably make a New Year's 6.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to beat Michigan. I don't think they'll beat Michigan.
No way. Your SEC East champion, Georgia defeated Kentucky 34-17.
I mean,
Kentucky
got a little bit of a slap back to relevance. I think that they kind of had to get put back down there, but I mean, good season for Kentucky, honestly.
Yeah. Number 21 NC State defeated Florida State 47-28.
Hold on. I hate Red Sox.
Man.
He's a Dodgers fan, just so you know.
All right, so number 20 NC State defeated Florida State 47-28.
Not really a game that matters.
Number 13 West Virginia beat number 17 Texas.
That was a game. That was a game.
A game.
I mean, 43-42 was the score.
42-41.
42-41. I mean, that 2-point call. West Virginia's still alive in the playoff hunt.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about Big 12 versus Big 10 later.
Number 5 Michigan defeated number 14 Penn State 42-7. What the heck? I said Penn State would beat them.
You thought Penn State would. I knew Michigan would win. I didn't know it would be this big. Michigan's looking like maybe a legit contender. They've looked very well this season.
They might take LSU's spot if they win next week.
They're gonna take LSU's spot this week.
Number 22, Boston College defeated Virginia Tech 31-21.
I think Boston College will be the only team that has a chance to beat Clemson.
Maybe.
Because they have Clemson at home next week. Maybe they can pull off a home upset. I don't know, though.
All right. Arizona State defeated number 15, Utah 38-20.
Okay, everybody was saying Utah is the best team in the Pac-12 when it's obviously Washington State at this point.
Yeah.
That was shocking to me that they lost. So now, hold on. How are you writing up? How are you winning Michigan State shirt but drinking out of a Florida Gators cup?
It's mine.
This is his Gators cup that I'm drinking out of.
Mm-hmm.
So, because he's a Gators fan, I like Michigan State and Tennessee. So, this is his cup.
All right. Number 4, Notre Dame defeated Northwestern 31-21.
Good game. I mean, Northwestern held it close. Notre Dame will most likely make the playoff if they win out, which it looks like they will.
Yeah.
But Northwestern could have a chance to win the Big Ten because they're in control because they hold a tiebreaker over Purdue and Wisconsin. So it'll probably be the winner of Ohio State and Michigan against Northwestern.
They had the best record in the Big Ten West.
Yeah.
They're 5-1. All right. Number 18, Mississippi State defeated Louisiana Tech 45-3.
No surprise.
Mm-mm. Number 1, Alabama defeated LSU 29-0.
I don't think I've ever had a game that has been hyped up so much only to be
Disappointing.
that disappointing. LSU could not move the ball offensively at all, whatsoever. LSU could not move the ball at all. 0 points. The closest they came was just outside the red zone when they missed a field goal.
Yeah.
Pitiful offensive performance. It's pretty clear Bama's the number 1 team in the country.
Duke defeated Miami to 2012.
Good game for the Blue Devils.
Go Duke.
Nice win for them.
And let's see.
Oklahoma.
That's right. Oklahoma defeated Texas Tech 51-46.
Dang, I mean, that was closer than a lot of people thought. Red Raiders held it close.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of had a feeling Texas Tech would hold it close at home, but I knew Oklahoma would eventually get the win, which is what happened. So Oklahoma's still in the playoff hunt.
All right. Games are right now. Number 23, Fresno State is up 17-0 right halftime at UNLV.
Who cares?
And number 8, Washington State is tied with Cal 10-10 in the second.
Dang, okay.
Before halftime.
So, I know Washington State was ranked in the top 10 last year. They were like, I think 8-2. And Cal killed them. They beat them like 37-3. We'll see if maybe Cal can have some of that same magic. I expect Washington State to pull away in the second quarter, but I don't know. We'll see.
Do you want to preview next week's games?
Let me see your phone.
No.
I need to look at the rankings.
Oh. Do you want to just read them off real slow?
No. I need to look at it to do it, okay? Just give me your
Oh
phone.
my god.
Okay.
You gotta touch everything.
We're going to see how these rankings could...
No.
These rankings are definitely going to shuffle, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, look,
No, don't leave it like that.
we're going to go with each top 25 team and how they did. Alabama win, Clemson win, LSU loss.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to drop because
They're not gonna drop.
Michigan, Georgia, Oklahoma, assuming Washington State wins, Ohio State, Florida, West Virginia, Penn State, they all won, so are they going to drop behind all those teams with one loss? Or
Shouldn't be a major.
they could drop to 10, I don't know. I think they'll drop to 11.
Probably.
They'll drop to 11.
Something like that. Hawaii or Utah State? Hawaii.
Notre Dame won. Okay, so Notre Dame won. They'll probably move up to 3.
Hopefully.
Michigan won. They'll move up to 4.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia to 5. Oklahoma to 6. If Washington State were to pull out a win, they move to 7.
Yeah.
Kentucky's down, so that helps Ohio State. They'll move up to 8.
Kentucky
Florida-
might drop down to 13.
Florida lost, so that hurts them. I think they'll put... Hold on. They'll put LSU at 9, and LSU at 9, and UCF at 10. West Virginia... No. West Virginia, 9. LSU, 10. UCF, 11.
UCF's what, 12 right now?
Mm-hmm. UCF will jump ahead of Kentucky.
Yeah, definitely. Because Kentucky's going to drop.
Kentucky will probably go to like 18 or 20. Texas won't be ranked anymore. I just noticed that.
18 or 20 for Kentucky. That's a little too low.
I don't know, but
It's hard to tell.
my top 10, where I think it'll be Alabama number 1, Clemson number 2, Notre Dame number 3, Michigan number 4, Georgia 5, Oklahoma 6, Washington State 7, Ohio State 8, West Virginia 9, LSU 10, UCF 11.
Here, let me see my top 10. Okay. My top 10 will be number 1, Alabama, number 2, Clemson, number 3, Michigan.
You're putting Michigan ahead of Notre Dame?
And Notre Dame's going to stay put.
You're putting Michigan ahead of Notre Dame?
Yes.
Can you-
Because
But wait a minute. Notre Dame beat Michigan.
they did. But it's based off of basically this week. Because Notre Dame didn't... Notre Dame didn't look as strong as they have all season. Today. They blew up in the third and fourth in a good way. Michigan made Penn State look like a bunch of preschoolers. Michigan's probably going to end up beating Ohio State, too.
The thing is, you can't...
So they're going to switch.
How can you put a one-loss Michigan ahead of a zero-loss Ohio State
It's based
when
off...
Notre Dame beat Michigan?
That was week 1.
Still, though, you
week
can't
10.
overlook that.
Still. It's going to be close.
Not
we know it's
only
going to be close.
does Notre Dame have less losses, but
Yeah.
Michigan's loss came to Notre Dame.
Exactly.
Notre Dame will be 3, Michigan will be 4.
Anyway. Number 5 will...
Number 5 will be Georgia.
Probably.
And 6 will be Oklahoma. Everybody will just move up 1.
Kentucky's going to drop out. Not by a lot. They're going to drop down to maybe a solid 17.
Yeah.
UCF's going to move up to 10. And Kentucky and Ohio State's going to move up to 9. Take Kentucky's
Where's
spot.
West Virginia going?
Oh, I forgot about them.
It would be Ohio.
West Virginia's probably going to go... Okay. Number 10. West Virginia's going to go 10. Ohio State's going to go 9. Kentucky's going to drop down. And then everybody else is going to move up a spot.
Where do you see LSU fall into?
16.
16?
Yeah, that's a big loss.
Dang, I don't know, but everybody is lost bad to Alabama. This is
14 to 16 max.
it's the best anybody has looked at. I don't know.
Yeah.
But now
No points, but they're third in the nation. With a
here's-
solid defense.
Oh, okay, hold on. To end this college football week picks off. To end this college football week review, I want to say something. It looks like we're gonna have the top 3 teams being Alabama, Clemson, Notre Dame. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's say those 3 run the table. Those 3 win their conferences, and those 3 are the top 3 seeds.
Mm-hmm.
And to decide the 4th spot, you have a 1-loss Big 12 champion and a 1-loss Big 12 champ, 1-loss Big 10 champ.
Okay.
It's looking like the Big 10 is either going to be Ohio State or Michigan, and the Big 12 is going to be either West Virginia or Oklahoma. Who are you taking out of those 4 teams? Who do you, of those 4 teams, which 2 do you think will win their conference, and which one will make it into the playoff?
West Virginia and Michigan.
West Virginia and Michigan, you say. So you think Michigan will win the Big 10 and
West
West
Virginia.
Virginia wins the Big 12?
West
Okay.
Virginia's looked a lot stronger than Oklahoma has.
Who do you think is getting in between if the committee has to pick between Michigan and West Virginia, who's getting in?
Michigan.
They'll most
By
likely
far.
pick Michigan because they're a bigger market than West
Yeah.
Virginia.
And plus, they don't know who else to pick from.
Now, okay, here's what I'm saying. I think if Michigan wins the Big 10, they're automatically in.
Yeah.
With one loss.
Okay.
Michigan wins, they're in.
Mhm.
I think if Ohio State wins, it's going to the Big 12. Because I think Oklahoma and West Virginia will have both looked better than Ohio State.
Okay.
With that big loss to Purdue. Because, think about it, West Virginia's only loss. I think the team in the worst position, maybe West Virginia. But we'll see.
Why?
Hold on. What does chat say? We haven't looked at chat all day. So hold on, let's go up. Okay, wow, you're live. Bama, Clemson, Notre Dame, Michigan says commented 45.
Probably.
That's most likely. That's the most likely scenario.
Unless.
On what could happen is
What if Clemson loses next week?
to Boston College.
Yes. What if they pull it off? The committee's going to want to drop them down by solid 5 spots. At least.
Yeah, if Clemson loses, that shakes everything up. That would move Notre Dame to 2, Michigan to 3.
Who's going to take 4? Let me look.
Probably Georgia.
Then who does Georgia play next week?
Georgia or Oklahoma.
Okay, so
Who do you think is a better team, Georgia or Oklahoma?
Georgia plays Auburn next weekend.
That's a win.
Oklahoma plays Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma
Those are
plays
both
Oklahoma
wins.
State.
Those are both wins.
I don't know. Oklahoma State upset Texas.
Okay. If
If Clemson were to somehow lose to Boston
they're
College,
projected not to lose, but I feel
they
like
most
they can.
likely won't lose. If in a fantasy world Boston College pulls off an upset,
Anything can happen.
if Boston College were to pull off this upset,
Yeah.
it would be Alabama 1, Notre Dame 2,
Yeah.
Notre Dame 2,
Michigan 3.
Michigan 3, and in my opinion, Oklahoma 4. I like Oklahoma better than Georgia this year. I like Oklahoma a lot better than Georgia this year.
Okay. They both have the same record. They're both 7-1.
Oklahoma and Georgia is essentially a pick-up. Who do you think's better? The only thing I haven't liked about Oklahoma is Army took them to overtime. But honestly, the
Army's had a good football program.
the Black Knights are a good team.
But they still beat them.
They still ended up beating them in overtime.
They haven't lost since the Texas game.
I mean,
In
that Texas game was like shootout. They only lost by 3.
Yeah.
I could see them losing that game. I think that. Who did Georgia lose to?
A
Georgia lost.
win is a win.
Which loss looked worse? Georgia's loss to LSU or Oklahoma's loss to Texas? Which loss looked worse?
Georgia.
Do you think Georgia to LSU?
Because at the time,
While I do think LSU's a better team than Texas.
at the time, Georgia was 2nd ranked. They dropped down 5 spots after that loss to LSU.
While I do think LSU is a way better team than Texas, I mean, that Texas shootout only by 3. I mean, you lost by 20.
Okay,
To LSU, I think that Oklahoma's looked better than Georgia this year, honestly.
I would say the same, but the committee is going to want to pick Georgia.
I don't see the committee taking 2 teams from the same conference.
No.
There's no way they take 2. The only way I can see them taking 2 teams from the same conference would be if Georgia somehow beats Alabama in the SEC championship
Okay.
and they don't drop Alabama out of the number 1 spot. But to be honest, let's say Georgia does pull off an upset
Okay.
and they move up to the top 4, Georgia gets in, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You would have a situation where it would be Clemson, where you would have Clemson, Notre
What if
Dame.
Clemson loses to Boston College?
Let's say Clemson wins the ACC
Okay.
and Georgia beats Alabama. You're looking at a situation where you have Clemson, Notre Dame, Georgia, and Michigan. And Alabama would be left out for the first time.
Yeah.
And then, a team we haven't talked about at all. So far, we haven't talked about them at all. And they're still very much in contention. Washington State. Do you see them...
They just took lead at halftime. Okay.
Oh, wait, what's Washington State score?
13-10.
Washington State's up 13-10 at halftime over Cal.
They can't lose this game.
If Washington State loses this game, they're done.
No.
Play as that. If Washington State...
Because they play Colorado, Arizona,
If
and
Washington State wins the Pac-12 with one loss, it would come down to...
It would be hard for
It
them.
would come down to three teams. It would come down to Washington State.
And Utah.
No, Utah's...
Pac-12.
Let's say Washington State wins the Pac-12 with
They
one
would.
loss.
Because they were...
With one loss, they win the Pac-12.
Yeah.
Let's say that they get... It would be between them... It would be between them, Michigan, and Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Who would you take out of those three?
Michigan.
You're still taking Michigan?
Michigan.
Then the question arises is if you get a two-loss Big Ten champion or a two-loss Big 12 champion.
You take the...
You'd have to take Washington State.
Yeah.
Like, say, Michigan loses a game before Ohio State. Or if Northwestern were to beat Ohio State or Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff could happen, but... Okay, I need you to make... What are your playoff predictions? I need you... When it's all said and done, looking ahead, top four teams, who are you taking?
Alabama, number one. My if is Clemson.
Your if is Clemson?
My big if is Clemson with Boston College. If they beat Boston College, Clemson 2. Notre Dame 3, Michigan 4.
How confident are you that Clemson will win?
That they will win?
Like, what do you think Boston College's chances are to win next week?
It's big 50-50.
50-50?
They have a 50-50 chance to win.
At Boston College?
Because they're at Boston College. And they're ranked. Both teams are ranked. When it's a ranked matchup, the home team was always wanting to go. So I feel like they could beat them somehow, some way.
Okay. My Final Four is Alabama, Clemson, Notre Dame, Oklahoma. Because you know what I think will happen?
What?
I truly think you're gonna probably get mad at me for saying this. I truly think Ohio State's a better team than Michigan.
Why?
I think Ohio State has the better talent on their team. The only problems that they have are mental problems.
True.
And I think the big game's going to be in Columbus against Michigan.
Yeah.
It's in Columbus. I think Ohio State wins that game. And I think Oklahoma wins the Big 12.
Yeah.
And I think they look at Oklahoma's resume. And I think they're going to look at Oklahoma and they're going to think that Oklahoma has looked better than Ohio State. That's why I think Oklahoma will make it.
They barely beat Penn State. They lost to Purdue. They almost lost to Nebraska. And it's at Columbus. They play Michigan State, Maryland, and then Michigan.
I think Ohio State has better talent on their team. They just need to get over the mental blocks.
That game for Michigan today was huge for them.
I truly think
3 straight weeks with beating a ranked team.
Ohio State has won the last 2 meetings. I know.
Yeah.
And I don't see Ohio State losing that big game at Columbus.
I feel like they could. I feel like Michigan has a bit stronger team too.
I don't know. We'll see.
It's hard to predict at this point.
I think we know that's going to be a very, very, very good game.
Close, too.
So, I think that's it. Alright, well, I don't want to do the NHL.
We promised them, we said.
Guys, I have to ask you guys a question in chat. Please respond. Please respond.
Quick.
Like, very fast. We were thinking of talking about the NHL season so far. we were gonna talk about the NHL so far while playing NHL 18. If we did that stream, would you guys join? Please let us know now if you would join that stream. We would do it like right now. Please tell me if you would join.
No.
John Hughes says no. Comic Dude 45 says sure.
1-1.
One yes, one no. The next person to comment is gonna decide it. Besides John Hughes and Comic Dude. The next person to say either yes or no will decide whether we're streaming or not. Oh, John Hughes said he would.
All right.
Okay.
This should be interesting.
So that'll end the stream. We're gonna be going live with our thoughts on the NHL season so far, while playing NHL 18.
This should be interesting.
So this is gonna be fun. We always have good NHL games. Thanks for watching this stream. Excited for the NFL games tomorrow. Excited for sports coming up. And yeah, guys, we'll see you in a minute. Okay, we'll just set it up real quick.